tell young designers now, don't think na, this is the only realm that you can design. If you go outside, your mind will be blown at how many talented people are out there, because here it's easy to get a big head. You just have to follow your passion so it doesn't feel like you're working. I'm John Herrera and I'm a fashion designer. My messy desk. Kaya gusto ko dito kasi gusto ko yung pag may bisita ako or may friends ako that come over, magtatsa kami or magko-coffee kami around the table while I'm doing something very creative. Nagsimula kasi ako, I would make my own clothes. I think I was in grade school, mga grade 1. Natuto ako mag-hand stitch. Gustong-gusto ko when yung mga damit ko medyo iba dun sa ibang tao. Gusto ko tinatahi yung mga maong ko, ganyan. Tapos yung mga lumang clothes ng kuya at saka ate ko, i-alter ko siya to make something unique for myself. Gustong-gusto ko yun. When I was doing those projects for myself, akala ko ano lang siya eh. Hilig lang. I think because of the influence of my mother and my sister. I saw them sewing. Although may mga kuya din naman ako who's into something else, I didn't have interest in what they were doing. Ang focus ko lang is what my mom and my sister were doing. I felt good pag may bago kong damit. Tapos, I felt way better pag natapos ko isang project. I just wanted to express myself through clothing. And then, as I grew older, sabi ko, oy, pwede maging career pala to. May mga tao pala na ito ang ginagawa for a living. The first person I saw on TV na I really wanted to emulate was Rahul Laurel. I remember it was a televised show. And then, he was doing an interview just like this after a show, I think, or before a show. And I said, wow, look at his life. I wanna be like that. Parang look at this person, living his life, enjoying his work, and then he gets paid to do it. So sabi ko, that's something I wanna do. I would be lucky to do that. I studied at fashion school after high school, and then I decided I wanted to be a full-time fashion designer. So I started with my first competition in 2004. It was a terno competition sponsored by FDCP, Fashion and Design Council of the Philippines. My first competition, and I won a minor award. And because, you are a young designer and you don't know if you're good, you need other people to acknowledge na, oh, alam mo marunong ka or magaling ka. Because when you start off, hindi mo alam sa dami ng mga designers sa Philippines and sa mundo. And then the second one was when I joined Mega Young Designers Competition on television. Like Project Runway, nakakapagod siya, nakaka-drain. Kasi yung mga long hours of taping. And then, we ended up, me and my late twin brother, we ended up winning it. I was lucky enough in 2014 to be selected to be one of the 6 designers that SAITEM and the Philippine Trade Office are gonna send to London for the first time for our careers to go to London to participate in a show called International Fashion Showcase. This is London Fashion Week, but it was specifically exciting for me because I have been fascinated with the London fashion forever. When I was a fashion student, yung mga favorite kong designers are British fashion designers and not Americans, not French. The British fashion designers at the time were really cutting edge, and I wasn't interested in glamour or beauty per se. I was interested in making clothes that are very different, very futuristic, very theatrical, very out of this world. Yun yung like ko, yun yung brand ko, I feel. I can relate to designers who are more avant-garde than the ones who are making beautiful and glamorous clothes. Yung kay Ann Curtis na kata. Tapos na mismong terno ni Ann. Asan yung kay Ann? Ito mismo yung kay Ann. I have like a list of celebrities who absolutely supported me and never forgot about me, including me in their lineup. Tim is one of them, Vicky Bello. These are people who never forget to include me in the lineup. They're actually the most discerning if you think about it, especially Vicky. Because Vicky only wears international brands. Even Michael Cinco, when she wears Michael Cinco, it's an international brand. And lately, she's been wearing me I'm very honored every time I dress her and her kid and Hayden as well. The family. When I dress them up, I feel very honored because when I go to her closet, which is mas malaki pa sa workroom ko at saka sa store pag pinagsama. When I enter her walk-in closet, I have fun looking through her clothes. Tapos makikita mo every now and then makita kang John Herrera nakasabit doon. Tapos sabi ko, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci. Uy, may John Herrera. Alam mo, it's so crazy looking at her closet and finding na she values my work as much as the international brands that she buys. And yeah, very flattering, very such a big push to keep doing what I'm doing. The thing is, I was lucky enough to be at that age when I got it. Kasi when I did it in 2015, when I got chosen in 2015, I was already 33. I was older than the rest, yung mga kasama ko. I think because of my age and because of my career, which has already spanned a decade here in the Philippines, sabi ko, I have to make it work. I worked so hard because sabi ko, this might be the first and last time that I'm going to London. It was a 6-piece collection. I sold half of it. I couldn't believe it, pero when I met the designers after, sabi ko, para sa akin talaga to kasi you don't know how hard it is for me to go here. Kaya nag-taxi lang kayo, sabi ko ako lumipad, nag-ship ng damit, I had to get a visa, and they were very gracious about it. The one thing that I noticed in London is hindi uso inggit sa kanila eh. I never felt that with my fellow designers. This is the Aguila collection in black and white. This is a kimono, which I love. And we have jackets or blazers for men. Ooh, I really love this. I really love this kasi especially yung pagkaka-layout namin, we honor the prints. Again, designed by Gerald Dorado. From London Emerging Designer Awards, I joined Fashion Scout with the Philippine Eagle collection, and I also joined a competition called Britain's Top Designer. It was more than we ever expected kasi we won Britain's Top Designer because of it. The outfit ended up in Vogue and Glamour UK, and then I got a call from the Philippine Eagle Foundation telling me that they are doing a gala show if I want to re-show the Aguila collection. It will be a fundraising for the Philippine Eagle Foundation. Yes, I would like to do that. And then they said, have you seen the Aguila up close? Sabi ko, hindi pa. Sabi nila, gusto mong pumunta ng Davao and actually meet yung mga, parang meet and greet, yeah. Meet yung mga Aguila na kinabit mo dun sa print mo. Sabi ko, yeah, I would love that. So yeah, I got to see them up close, and it was an amazing experience for me. Clothes hindi na drawing ko. Napapagod ako kasi ang daming iniisip. I love the Filipino in me, lumalabas siya pag when I'm traveling abroad. Because Filipinos are resilient, but also Filipinos are very smart. Smart in terms of money. Marunong sa buhay. Nakatulong yan talaga sa akin. Yung ibang mga designer friends na nakilala ko doon, umiiyak na pagka may struggle or may hurdle sa show. Yung, for example, wala siyang shoes na ganung kulay ng collection niya, iyak na siya. So sabi ko, bili tayong spray paint. Alam mo yun yung mga ganon. Come on. Just think around it, di ba? Make do. We're very resourceful eh. And that helped me a lot in my shows in London. If not the only edge. Yung diskarte talaga.
Ako yung tipo nung tao na kahit anong laruin kong sport nung bata ko, kaya ko talaga makipagsabayan. Pero mabilis ako magsawa. Pag kunyari, nakapag-medal na ako, ayoko na yan. Parang, eto with MMA, everyday. Para kasing everyday may bago, everyday may kailangang matutunan. The learning never stops. So, dun talaga ako nag-book. I'm Geli Bulaong. I'm 28 years old. Tiga dito sa Malolo City, Bulacan. Ako po ang dating flyweight champion ng URCC. Grade school and high school, I was very active. Varsity ako, tuloy-tuloy ako naglalaro, volleyball and basketball. I'm very athletic. Doon talaga ako nag-excel ever since. Come college, I was taking up culinary arts. Sama ako sa parang maling barkada, ganyan. So nakalimutan ko na yung sports, and then natutok ako sa pagluluto, then puro inom, then after uminom, syempre kakain. Sobrang grabe yung tinaba ko talaga. And then yung tita ko who's taking care of me, yung nag-aalaga sa akin simula nung high school, college ako. She became sick, sobrang bilis lang yung pangyayari. Nagkaroon siya ng cancer, then after mga 7 to 8 months namatay na siya. Her last wish for me was to change my ways kasi nakita niya na sobrang everyday na ako umuwi ng lasing talaga. Then start ako with trying to be fit again. Nice ba yung gloves? Pink na pink. Uso nun before was boxing kasi yun yung kasagsagan ni Pacquiao. Nahook ako kasi parang na-feel ko ulit yung adrenaline, yung love ko sa sports. Tapos nakikita ko na nagbabago na rin ako physically. Inaraw-araw ko siya. Funny thing is, ihahatid namin yung kaibigan namin, pauwi na siya. Meron 2 laseng na naglalakad na kasalubong namin. Ako yung napagtripan nila. Puro kami babae. So parang siguro akala nila ako yung mamaton-maton. Tapos parang, oy, pagtripan natin to. Yung iniisip ko was, 2 months, 3 months na akong tuloy-tuloy halos everyday nagbaboxing. Siguro man kahit isang suntok, tatama. Lasing silang dalawa eh. Tapos kahit isang suntok, wala ako na ba to. Right after nun, I decided na hanap ako ng isang bagay na pag kailanganin natin, mapoprotektahan natin yung sarili natin. So naghanap ako ng mixed martial arts school. Dati wala pa akong idea what was mixed martial arts. After 2 months of training ng MMA, meaning like for today, training ako ng striking, tomorrow mag-training ako ng ground. After 2 months, tinanong ako nung may-ari ng gym sa Cubao, gusto mo bang maglumaban? Kasi yung ibang kasama ko sa gym, lalaban din sila ng amateur. Sabi ko, sure sir. Very naive ka lang na parang siguro wala lang naman yon, parang competition lang ng volleyball, basketball, very competitive naman ako before. Hindi ko alam na yung una ko palang makakalaban was the first professional Filipino who competed in MMA. Then, nanalo ako ng first amateur MMA ko. Then, after 3 weeks, yung nakalaban ko, nanghingi ng rematch. Same result. Nanalo pa rin ako. After my second fight, that was the time na I realized that I was very passionate about MMA. After my second MMA fight, doon talaga ako nasabi ko na I'm very passionate about this. Tinanong ko kung ano bang pinakamagandang background for me to become a professional or magaling na professional MMA fighter. So lumabas doon talaga, mostly lahat na nag-champion sa MMA was wrestlers. Ang akala nila pag sinabi mong wrestling, yung WWE, yung naghahampasan ng silya and all. So dito sa Philippines, ng time ko, the only place you can get a decent wrestling training was in the national team. And I'm very fortunate na makitrain sa mga pinakamagagaling agad sa wrestling. Although na mga first few weeks ko, umiiyak talaga ako sa banyo dahil dun ko na-realize na hindi pala ganun kadali yung gusto kong marating sa buhay. After mga 1 month of training with them, they asked me if I wanted to be a part of the national team. Then yun na, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya. So, ito yung gym ko dito sa Malolo City, Bulacan. So, natayo to 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So, yung mom ko, pinapili ako between having a restaurant or ito, and then ito yung pinili dito. This is my first belt sa URCC nung napanalunan ko yung women's flyweight champion. The weird thing is, after ko manalo ng women's flyweight champion sa URCC, I became a different person. Hindi ko na na-enjoy yung MMA after nun. Kasi parang I was pressured. Because nung nag-champion ako, I think, kung pagsasamahin mo yung semi-pro and professional record ko, I think I was 7-0. Wala akong talo sa MMA. So parang everyone was telling me na bawal ka matalo. And then after, I think 4 months, lalaban ako ng Worlds for Muay Thai. So, dapat mag-gold ka. Ikaw lang inaasahan namin mag-gold for the national team. Na. And then, after ko maging champion, I think I was only happy for 1 week. And then, nagkaroon ako ng anxiety. As in, clinically diagnosed ako with anticipatory anxiety. 1 week before Worlds, hindi na ako nakakatulog. Kasi iniisip ko paano pag matalo ako, mahal pa rin ba ako ng mga, alam mo yun, ng mga taong naniniwala sa akin, would they still support me? So everything, lahat ng naiisip mo. And ang naging result nun was, yung second to the last fight ko, yung first title defense ko, I lost. And alam mo yung feeling na mas powerful ka, mas technical ka, but then I lost. Good job. Na-experience ko rin yung kung sino talaga yung mga kasama mo sa room after mo matalo. That's the reason why you're gonna fight again. Kukonti sila pero manalo matalo kasama mo sila. And then minsan, what would define you as a fighter talaga is not your wins. It would be kung paano ka natalo and kung anong gagawin mo after mo matalo. Tatanong ko ngayon sarili ko, saan ko makikita yung sarili ko after like 3-4 years when I'm 40 years old. Recently, nasasagot naman siya. Actually, matagal ko nang ginagawa yung advocacy ko of teaching kids. It's just that nitong mga huling taon, like nung natalo ako, mas binuhay ko yung advocacy ko. Kamusta school? Okay lang? So, yung iba umabsent for today, pero in-excuse naman yata kayo, no? So, nagtuturo ako ng MMA for free, wrestling, Muay Thai, judo, jiu-jitsu for free dito sa city namin. Yung mga lalaban, push nyo yung sarili nyo. Pag pagod, tuloy pa din. High knees, go! High knees! The reason is because saan ko ba nakikita yung sarili ko after I fight? And if lagi kong tinatanong yung sarili ko, anong gagawin ko sa talent ko? And I think pinakamagandang sagot doon is you have to use your talent to bless other people as well. Kumbaga, way of giving back mo sa community. Saan ko nakikita yung sarili ko in like 8-10 years? I'm gonna be building champions. Yung iba dito, everyday nagtitraining after school, dito na sila dumediretso. Except for the kids na galing pa ng isla. So, yung mga galing isla, what they do is every weekend naman sila dito. Nag-overnight sila sa bahay ko, doon na sila natutulog, doon na sila kumakain. Meron na pong mga nagsi-city meet, palarong pambansa. Yun yung pinaka-goal namin kasi doon sila madidiscover.
Cross face sa'yo. Dito ka sa kabila. Yan.
Makikita mo na, alam mo yon, hindi ko to pwedeng stop. Kasi pag ni-stop ko to, para akong nag-plant ng something, tas hindi ko diniligan or pinatay ko ulit. And then, some of the kids, their only dream is to reach high school. After nun, ayaw na nilang mag-aral. But then when they started doing wrestling, they started doing mixed martial arts, they started doing Muay Thai, alam mo yon, yung parang nagbi-build up yung dream nila. Gumagawa ka ng dreams na nakasama sila na, baka someday I can be parang si coach, di ba? So, nagkakaroon sila ng dreams outside nung kung anong community, family meron sila na high school coach, mag-aaral ako ng college, pwede ako makakuha ng scholarship kasi naglalaro ako ng ganito, alam mo yun. So it's very joyful thing for me na nakikita ko na nakakaiba ko ng buhay ng bata just because I'm sharing the talent that God gave me.
Tapos ka na? Next, other side.
Kumbaga sabi ko nga, siguro kaya rin ito pinapa-experience ni Lord sa akin is for me to become a better coach one day. Para alam ko yung feeling nila pag natatalo sila. I won't be that hard on them kasi alam ko yung feeling na natalo. Siyempre, lalo kapag nagsistart pa lang sila, naiisip nila minsan, sakit naman ito. Sakit ng katawan ko, parang hindi sila nakakabangon the next day. Pero you have to make them realize na kapag yung MMA natagalan nyo, yung MMA everyday training na pagdadaanan nyo, na natatapos nyo, na the next day babalik kayo, it will translate in your lives. Na parang hindi kayo mabilis sumuko kahit gaano kahirap yung mapagdaanan nyo sa buhay. Hindi kayo mabilis susuko kasi sanay kayo dito sa gym na laging lumalaban.
1 minute. Ganun ulit. Go, shoot. Shoot, pag hindi pasok.
Nabibuild yung characters ng mga bata, not only with MMA, not only inside the gym, but outside of their lives. When it comes to international fights, whenever I fight MMA, tapos ang kalaban ko, like 2 beses Korean kalaban ko, 1 time it's China, and then naglaro ako ng Worlds, naglalaro ako ng Jiu-Jitsu na puro ibang lahi ang kalaban ko. It's a different kind of feeling na alam mo na yung bansa na yung dala-dala mo. One of the reasons kung ba't ako nagtutuloy-tuloy is because you're not only fighting for yourself, you're fighting for a bigger purpose, which is to represent your country. It drives you more.
Nakaharap dito mo dito. Dito ka dapat pumunta.
Sa larangan ng MMA, kung hindi ka passionate dito, kung yung puso mo wala dito, kung ang habol mo lang ay pera, ay fame, hindi ka tatagal. Kasi the training is very hard. Every day you ask yourself, what's your reason? Why am I doing this? So yun yung mga sasagot sa tanong kung bakit mo siya everyday ginagawa.